What's going on YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry and I'm the crypto vet. Thank you for tuning back in. Everybody's worried about this bear market and I completely understand, but maybe there's some good news in the background, maybe a little bit of a silver lining. We're going to go over a couple different options because things may potentially be changing. If you like that content, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're not doing so already, follow me on Twitter at XRPVeterinarian. Links for Twitch, Discord, all the goodies and all the fun stuff are down below in the description. So let's go ahead and get started here on CoinMarketCap. We can see Bitcoin's down about 5%, Ethereum down also 5%, and then we look right here, and in the number 3 spot we have Cardano up 10%, hitting that price target that we talked about I don't know, a week and a half ago, maybe a little less. Exactly. So everything's starting to turn around. Is this where, what's the bottom in? Is alt season about to start? We're going to go over all of that today. You don't want to miss this. Stick around till the end because the second everybody starts saying something's going to happen, the opposite or something different usually happens. So let's go ahead and see real quick what the biggest gainers are. We got Cardano, Elron, Monero, all these up 1 inch. Up 26%, and the biggest losers you can see go down the list right now as the alts were bleeding when Bitcoin started to drop. But okay, let's go ahead and head over here to Bitcoin. Here on the 4-hourly, we had this little kind of fractal that we were following where we came up, we hit the top of this channel, we corrected, and this was about a little over 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks, and now we are right here. And the last time that we hit the top of this channel, we came down, we tested the 20 daily exponential moving average. We bounced in here for about a week. We almost came up, looked like everybody got little chubbies thinking that we were about to go to the moon again. And they all got liquidated on their lawns as we started to correct back down. We found support at the bottom of this channel while we were in this little descending channel and got back above the daily. And then we started another 3-week run to our current all-time high. The question is, are we going to fall like crazy and head down to around the $38,000 to $42,000 range, just like I expected and a lot of other analysts, or are we going to find a really, really good bounce right here and come back up to do very similar things where we're going to get back up, maybe retest around 56, 57,000, potentially go higher, break that 60K resistance. There's a lot that could potentially happen right here, but what we have to do is, be smart investors and take a look at what is going on and see what's the best route to go from here, okay? So right now we are still currently under that 20 daily exponential moving average, so I don't think the tides have turned yet. However, Bitcoin, and with all the bullish momentum we've had, is in the process of potentially getting back up to maybe copy what we did here before, and maybe not actually go all the way down. You can see here on the VPVR on the right hand side, right where we're at is very, very good, lots of traded volume because we had all of this trading right here before we hit the all-time high. In this range right below it, we can see that it's kind of empty, so it would be easy to fall down to these levels around the 40,000 K level or 40K level. And then, of course, if we did drop really low before that, we have a lot of volume below it. So, there is a good chance that we could bounce up and then slowly make our way down, bring some of this volume out in this area. But let's go ahead and zoom in just a tad. Actually, we'll go ahead and zoom in on this one. Let's go ahead and go down into the hourly. So if we go into the hourly here, we can see this is the previous support line that we had before. This was the previous resistance that we got above in this like rising wedge. And if we kind of just extend this over, we can see how this exact same line was, again, resistance, support, resistance, resistance, support, and we fell through it. But now, right now, we're doing something really unique. We are starting to potentially form a double bottom. So this double bottom right here is a good sign that we are about to have a trend reversal. We have a low and another low right here, and usually at this point we would move to the upside. Now one of the things I don't like about this double bottom is that we are actually setting a lower low, right? We had a low right around here at the 44.9, but now on this one we went down to around 43.9, so we had about $1,000 drop, a little bit lower than we wanted to see. If we just go back here a little bit, let me get off of the drawing tool here. If we come back over here a little bit, we did almost form what was like a double bottom, right? However, we had a low, lower low, and then we came up and we were a little bit higher, so we set a higher low. So in this case, we went a little low, we bounced up, and then we came back and found support on this 20 daily exponential moving average, so we didn't actually go very much lower. Now over here though, you can see that we did get below the 20 daily, then we got below it again and went even lower. So right now it still shows that there's a little bit more bearish momentum than there is bullish. Like I said, I would not let that fool you though, because the closer we get in, so if we start increasing our resolution here and going deeper into the charts, this is on the 15-minute for Bitcoin, and we could see down here on the market cipher copy that we had some bullish divergence down here, which was indicating that we would most likely have a push to the upside, which we did. We also have what looks like a potential little head and shoulders pattern forming right there. And again, this is on the 15-minute, so we need to really wait to see if this would actually play out. But if we do that, that would mean that our neckline is right around this area. So we're going to go ahead and draw what would be the breakout point from there to there, and we'll just put this down a little bit. And you can see that this is putting us back up to retest around $51,000, $52,000. This would also get us above the 20 daily exponential moving average and could potentially turn the course that we may actually be on our way up to retest some higher levels. Most likely in this case, I would say around 56 to 57,000, which at this point we may potentially get rejected again, or the people thinking that it's the bottom, they start buying in really, really fast, and then we shoot up even higher. So I definitely would say we need to take a look and keep an eye on this level that we're currently at right now, right at the $48,000 level. If we can get back above this 20 daily exponential moving average, we may have a day or a weekend where we try again. So if we were to, just kind of project this moving average, it's going to go something like that, and we are now potentially retesting it here at this moment. So what's going to happen? Not sure yet, but I know that the second everybody starts to say it's going down or everybody says it's going up, it usually doesn't happen. Something that we don't expect or some sort of manipulation occurs that makes it do something different. But I do know that every time we've had a bullish divergence in the charts, even when it was on the 15-minute, we can come over here and look. So we came down, we got all the way over to here. In the end, look at the large amount of bullish divergence, and it popped up. Same goes for over here. By the time it finished out at the bottom, we did recover very nicely. Over here on this end here, by the time it played out, it stayed level and then went to the upside. So does it mean it's going to happen this time? Absolutely not. But there are a higher chance, in my opinion, that we will actually come up a little bit higher before going down, or we will just change the trend as of right now. Specifically because just zooming out here on the 4-hour, we can see that there is a lot of momentum to buy back to the upside now. So I don't think all is lost for Bitcoin just yet. I definitely wouldn't put in a giant long at this moment. As I said, this is not financial advice. I'm just a doctor/idiot. But right now, we could potentially be changing the tide on Bitcoin. So just watch these key levels right here and, do with that what you will. Moving over to Ethereum, exact same thing. We're in the exact same boat. Not much is different. It's following Bitcoin's price action at this time. If it was to fall, we could see levels as low as $1,000 to $1,100 for Ethereum. Like for Bitcoin, we do know that we would potentially go down to as low as about 38,000 up to about 42,000. And those would hold at least for the time being, and then we could see where that goes. And last but not least, let's go ahead and just do a quick look at XRP. XRP right now on the 4-hourly is below its daily exponential moving average, but sitting right above the weekly. And the last time that we had a big fall off, we found good support on the weekly, and the daily slowly made its way back up. I'm a little bit more bullish on XRP than I am bearish, and a couple reasons why. We had what could have been a little bitty head and shoulders pattern, right? And at the same time, if we were to draw like where we were at here, we had an upwards sloping trend line here that was acting as support. You know, if we come down and we draw this here, we got very close to fulfilling what this head and shoulders pattern would be, which is showing that we are, you know, we've basically played it out in a sense, right? Doesn't mean it needs to go all the way. Yeah, it very well could, but what if this line here was just actually like that, a little bit higher? Then yeah, we already played it out. You see what I'm saying? Like, so with XRP actually playing that out and holding support, I'm a little more bullish that XRP has found its reversal, and that even if Bitcoin was to correct a lot, it would be bought up really quickly. Doesn't mean we wouldn't set a lower low here, but if XRP came down here on this day, on the weekly, found support, we came up, we look right where this, let me delete these so you can see it a little better. Here we go. If we look at where the crosshair is right now, and we see that dotted line go all the way over, we can see that right at our top here, similar to where we had this top here. So we had our fall off, and we kind of went sideways a little bit. We hit this high, fell down, and then we had this ridiculous run up for the next 5 days or whatever. It seems like we're kind of doing something similar right here. We hit that top, we're starting to come down. And it was right after we had a big wick to the downside. And then right now, we could potentially see a big run up again. And the reason I say this is because what if right now XRP is just in a giant ascending triangle? Something like this. And we just hit the bottom of the uptrending support. So I know it's a little far-fetched, kind of out there, but we have a jump to the upside. So it would be following a pattern like this as it's going to new levels, and then, you know, eventually price discovery when we beat all-time highs. Just a thought, but XRP has been finding really good momentum whenever it gets back into a good push or buy. So we're just gonna have to sit here and wait and see. I definitely think that if Bitcoin does decide to go lower, XRP will go lower with it, but we probably will only see a big wick like we saw here. I don't think that we will see it just go down to 20 cents and then stay there, right? So, you know, if you're trying to get in at lower levels, maybe set your buy orders up so that way you can buy if it does drop down. If not, otherwise I would say dollar cost average. If we zoom in on XRP, we can see that it may be in the short term actually forming a descending triangle. We have a lower highs that we are setting, and we are also have a flat line of resistance right at this candle body where these wicks even touched. So if we can't get over this top line resistance here, I would definitely say that we're most likely going to go to the downside, probably back down to around 35.5 cents, maybe 35 even. But if Bitcoin and all that start to take off on their own, definitely see that XRP could pick up. I'm going to keep watching XRP to see if I can find anything else, but right now it looks like we're rounding off. We're coming back up to try for higher highs in the short term. If we break through that, we could be right back up to around 52 cents very quickly. And one little quick shout out for everyone who were taking the Cardano trade. This is the pattern that we came up with. I think it was right around a week and a half ago. We said that Cardano was in a reverse head and shoulders pattern with our target being right at $1.22. We actually hit the target today and almost look like we're forming another little reverse head and shoulders pattern, which at this point would put us up to about $1.50 as the next target, right at the one on the fib retracement, so or fib extension. Just something to keep an eye out on. And that's going to be it for today's video. Just congrats to everybody who took this trade as well as the shorts with me on Twitch. I know this video is a little bit drawn out and I'm not completely all here, just woke up, but I wanted to make sure I got a video out today, just kind of letting you guys know that, you know, keep an eye on the markets. Don't use fear. Don't use emotion. You know, stick to your plan. Look at what you see on the charts and go with that. All right. So that's going to do it. I'll be on Twitch later today and I'll catch you guys in the next one.